Hello and welcome to another episode of IVM Likes. And as you guys know, हम एक series चला रखी है हम लोगों ने जिसपे हम we simp over SRK because he completed 3 decades in Bollywood. So the first episode released last week on Friday.
And you did it without us.
3 decades on this earth. I just completed 3 decades on this earth.
Are you as important as Shah Rukh?
Not at all.
Of course, I'm way more important
to yourself. Actually, even
and
to
my,
yourself.
and my mom, okay.
Okay, so by now you guys know Antariksh is back because he won't shut up.
Why would I? I'm literally one of the hosts of the show. Why would I shut up?
And Abbas and we have Saurabh also, who is a big Shah Rukh fan. So after this break, we'll be back and we'll talk everything Shah Rukh right after this short break. And we are back and we'll talk about Shah Rukh as we told you in the intro itself. First of all, Antariksh bhai, welcome back. एक तो जेन्युइनली पता है अगर आप एपिसोड पे नहीं होते हो इतना ऐसा शांत सा एपिसोड चला जाता है ना वो फन फील्स exactly who wants that nobody wants that so you are the Gatorade to our IVM likes.
I understand. So guys, don't listen to last week's episode because I'm back only this week. Sorry guys. Yes, are we guys excited? Are we all excited about this decade of Shah Rukh's
Bro,
life?
super excited because it's the decade that we are covering in this episode is 2002 to 2012, which has movies like Main Hoon Na.
Yeah,
favorite.
I'm very happy because all the films we will be talking about, I can be rest assured everybody on this panel was born.
Yeah.
Because last episode में ये बात कर रहे 93 में ऐसे अरे मैं तो पैदा ही नहीं हुई थी उस टाइम मैं तो पैदा ही नहीं हुआ था. Like okay, fine,
but
stop showing off.
Wait, what was some of the like most highlight, as in like your favorite movies from the previous decade? Since I've not heard that episode.
Oh, Dar, Bazigar.
Saurabh as in ready. Stop the press.
Also, he did Shah Rukh Khan ka. I will tell you.
Just before anybody says it, I'll say Bazigar, Dar and Anjam. Have to.
Okay.
Can I throw a recommendation जो मुझे 100% पता किसी ने नहीं discuss किया होगा last time. It's not a movie. It's actually I think a 5 or 6 part TV show. It was a long movie which was broken up in 5 or 6 parts.
It's a Shah Rukh movie.
A Shah Rukh movie. So Fyodor Dostoevsky wrote a novel called The Idiot.
Oh, good.
Okay, which was adapted.
Sure, Abbas.
Which was adapted in Hindi by, if I'm not wrong, Manikal, called Ahmak, which in Urdu means idiot. Okay. And Shah Rukh Khan played the central character.
The idiot.
I don't know if it's available anywhere, but I was lucky enough to catch it at Mumbai Film Festival where they screened all 6 episodes of 1 hour. तो मैं 6 घंटे बैठ के मैंने देखी थी. It's a little tedious because वो early 90s वाला production है, थोड़ा slow है. And even the language, they have literally translated the Russian prose into Urdu. So the Urdu used is also very like hardcore. So
basically, Shah Rukh's career arc went from The Idiot to playing Donkey in Next Year.
Yes, that's what it is.
So interestingly, he was a choice for all these artistic films in the beginning. He also played a role in that film called Maya Mem Sahab,
correct, yes.
which was, I think, Madame Bovary's adaptation.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know any of this.
So I mean, he had the reputation of being a theater actor, so obviously he did these sort of offbeat. But then
with
once
Barry
he
Jones
went mainstream,
and all that,
once he went mainstream, he just went all streams.
Oh, by the way, I watched Rocketry this Sunday, and उसमें भी Shah Rukh का cameo है. Actually, it's a extended cameo of sorts. R Madhavan की entry से पहले Shah Rukh की entry हो जाती है.
Spoiler alert, guys, for people who haven't seen Rocketry.
Yeah, a song that I really like is a song from the movie I See You with Arjun Rampal called Subha Subha. Usme the song begins with Shah Rukh playing the guitar in like a very terrible guitar playing, but anyway, it looks super cool doing it.
Guys,
But
this is a simping over SRK.
I mean,
We celebrate Shah Rukh in this episode.
You can talk about he's just bad at playing guitar, man. He'll also agree. It's not a controversial opinion.
But what's your favorite 90s Shah Rukh Khan movie, Antariksh? One.
Badshah.
Pick just
hands
one.
down, Badshah.
Was
Because
Badshah
that's the only
90s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 99 it is. And it's the only like all-out comedy I feel that Shah Rukh has done, if I'm not wrong.
Bhai,
and
Chennai Express.
it's great.
Comedy,
it's a bad
comedy,
movie. Chennai
where
Express is a
people
shit movie. I hate Chennai Express. Badshah is excellent. Yeah, Badshah is of course still copied from 3 different Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah.
So, but it works. So,
Hey man, it's
yeah.
Abbas Mastan. We forgive them.
Forgive नहीं भाई, हम consider ही नहीं
हाँ,
करते वो
consider ही नहीं
चीज़,
करते।
like,
correct.
क्योंकि हम
Yeah.
सब देख कॉपी पहले देखी फिर ओरिजिनल
फिर उसके बाद देखी।
That's so true, yeah.
मतलब वहाँ पे तो it's so common है, like कि they'll come with 2 different CDs, like देखो first half हम इससे उठा रहे हैं, second half हम इससे उठा रहे हैं, and हम इस पूरी मूवी को एक नई पिक्चर बना के ये नया नाम दे देंगे।
I think I might be wrong, but वो लम्हे, the movie that Vikas Bhatt, someone who made Imran Hashmi and someone in it, उसमें तो मतलब वो maybe उसमें तो मतलब जो भी है यही जो
वो लम्हे गाना है।
In the no वो लम्हे was a film also, but anyway one of these Bhatt family movies जहाँ पे उन्होंने DVD के पीछे का synopsis भी exactly वही डाला है। Oh God.
What?
वो भी नहीं change किया।
Oh, dude, yeah. Very often they'll copy the exact posters and all, like in Halchal and Big Fat Greek Wedding. Was
Yeah.
exactly
Can
the
we
same.
hire them for
Then-
producers?
Wait, are you saying we copy or Saurabh? What is this?
I'm just not. I'm suggesting. I'm just
Oh, okay.
suggesting.
हाँ हम inspire होते हैं।
Suggesting that we copy. Okay, we got it. Okay, so then from this decade, let's just start off, right? Let's just start talking
Yes.
about
From this decade, as in the last decade,
The
Yeah,
last
yeah.
decade,
From
is yes.
the decade we're talking about this
2013.
2003
The
onwards.
first
yes.
movie of 2003 for Shah Rukh was Chalte Chalte. You've seen?
Very good.
You've seen?
Yes, I have seen. I
just
also know all
validated
the
it in
songs.
the
The
movie.
theater. Have you guys seen it in the theater?
नहीं नहीं भाई।
No.
Losers.
I wasn't even born then. Yeah,
Oh,
but-
fuck off, Antariksh.
एक सीन चलते चलते वही है ना जिसमें सलमान भी है? नहीं
No, no.
अच्छा
नहीं,
वो
क्या बात है?
रानी मुखर्जी, okay,
married
yeah,
life.
post marriage stuff.
हाँ,
Dude,
हाँ, हाँ.
I was just
Same.
listening to, before this recording started, I was listening to Abhijit की आवाज में चलते चलते the title track, and I was like,
हाँ,
what a
बढ़िया
great
गाना है।
decade for
बढ़िया
Shah Rukh to
गाना
start
है।
off, you know.
True. So I was listening.
So many
I
good
was
songs.
also
The entire
listening
album
to.
of this movie. Yeah.
I was also listening to Shah Rukh के कुछ गाने on YouTube, ठीक है? And Abhijit used to sing most of his
Lot of
songs.
them, हाँ.
तो नीचे एक कमेंट आया हुआ है, अभिजीत जी आपकी आवाज बहुत प्यारी है पर इंसान आप बहुत सुअर हो।
Okay, we are never getting Abhijit on this show now. Yeah, damn it.
So interestingly, the 3 movies that come out this year for him is Chalte Chalte, Kal Ho Na Ho, and Main Hoon Na, which is, I mean,
मैं
I
हूँ
would-
2004.
Oh, sorry, Main Hoon Na is 2004.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 3 movies are Chalte Chalte, Kal Ho Na Ho, and Ye Lamhe Judai Ke, जो मैंने देखी नहीं है.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
know anything what Ye Lamhe Judai Ke is
What?
about?
I just know that the movie has Ravi Tandon in it, and it was supposed to release in the 90s. Like it was shot in the
It
90s.
just got delayed.
हाँ,
Okay.
हाँ, हाँ.
Yeah, just got
So,
delayed. You can
if you
see,
were
so
to-
like Kal Ho Na Ho came, I think, just before Ye Lamhe Judai Ke, and the Shah Rukh in Kal Ho Na Ho is noticeably like older. He has like the early 2000s look of Shah Rukh compared to the Judai wala movie.
But
And,
if you were
it's
to
very good,
compare
which
Chalte
seems
Chalte
good.
and Kal Ho Na Ho also, Chalte Chalte for some reason अगर कोई मुझे बोलेगा कि चलते चलते उससे बहुत पहले आई थी तो I would believe them because it
No,
seems
no.
like a more dated movie to me than Kal Ho Na Ho. Kal Ho Na Ho still feels somewhat fresh because it was again produced by Karan Johar, shot
Yeah.
in the United States. The songs have, I would say, lived on a little more
वो
than.
मैंने
Okay, so I don't know.
know.
I don't know if it's the same in your heads, but in my head, like Shah Rukh movies are divided by like a look, the Shah Rukh look. Like
Yeah.
in 90s, there was a look
Yeah.
of all the movies have that
Beatles
look, you know?
haircut.
Yeah, Beatles haircut.
And
sure,
everybody
yeah,
had that haircut. Everybody.
Yeah.
Every
Haircut.
Shah Rukh fan.
And then it changed, like it became like more neat. The haircut became
No,
more
I
neat.
did not have that.
As it
haircut.
got-
And I did have hair back then.
And 90s had more
then, yeah.
type.
Yeah.
What
and,
time?
and then
time
after
was
Om Shanti Om.
What type? Okay, I'll have to do that. 90s had more of
Dude, I remember there was. Do you guys remember the Lux ad? Shah Rukh Khan Lux ad
In
where
the
he was in the
bathtub?
bathtub. Yes.
Yeah.
A great thing, dude. I remember this was during the time Shekhar Suman was doing a show called The Great Indian
Moguls and-
Laughter Show. No,
Oh.
not Moguls and Shekhar. This is way much later. The Great Indian Laughter Show, which is a sketch show, not the
The
stand-up
challenge
comedy
one.
show. Yeah, this was a sketch show, and
Hmm.
Shekhar Suman would do like a monologue, and then there would be a sketch with
Yeah.
Vinay Pathak and Ranveer Shore as cast members and all that show, and then it'd come back to Shekhar Suman
Shekhar
doing
Suman,
a monologue
yeah.
or something. Yeah, and he had like some very funny bits. I think repeated bits became a recurring joke. of Shah Rukh in a bathtub saying, "Hey, मुझे भी लक्स के साथ something, you know."
So there was this
yeah,
incident when Shah Rukh एक YouTube fan fest पे where while AIB was on stage, Shah Rukh was performing and he went onto the stage with AIB people and was like कि यार I just want to take 2 minutes and just say कि मैंने कभी नहीं किया है किसी पिक्चर में. अगर मेरी मिमिक्री करनी है एटलीस्ट ये मत करो, मैं थक चुका हूं ये सुन के.
किया है सेनोरिटा
But that's very untrue. हाँ, उसने बहुत किया है. There's a lot of.
उसके मुंह से निकल जाती थी वो आवाज
उसको
बिना
पता नहीं
realize के. हाँ, उसको पता नहीं चला.
गलती से निकल गया, मुझे छोड़ दो.
Maybe he's right. Maybe he never actually did it himself. They always added it in post. It just sounds right to be there in the movie.
Shahrukh be like, hey, मैंने ऐसा कभी नहीं किया है.
But both home runs, I would say, was चलते चलते a big hit.
चलते चलते की तारीफ बहुत हुई
I
थी
think it's
बाद
a
में
sleeper hit.
because
It was more a sleeper
because
hit.
everybody was like कि सारे शादी होने तक का रोमांस दिखाते हैं. इन लोगों ने बाद की भसड़ दिखाई है basically.
Dude, and you know how like Bollywood में songs will stay evergreen for like a really long time. So though if you happen to be the star of a movie in which the songs were great, like Imran Hashmi is in half of Imran Hashmi's movies.
Yeah.
You
Just the
remember
movie
one of his
will-
movies
yeah.
by the songs name.
Correct,
Yeah,
That
exactly.
iconic.
But I still feel Kal Ho Na Ho has lived on in the internet generation more than
भाई वो
चलते चलते
आउटफिट
हैं.
वो कितना
Like the
iconic
Naina,
outfit है.
reading the diary, blank diary is like a scene that is shared very
yeah.
often.
But unpopular
Kanta
opinion.
Ben became a meme.
वो 1
Kanta Ben.
2 3 in
थोड़ा cock देने became.
What is your unpopular opinion, Antariksh?
I was never a fan of Kal Ho Na Ho. I saw it quite a few
Why?
times, just never got into it. No, the songs again are okay, but just the
Are
movie
okay?
itself.
क्या
Songs are
बात
good.
कर रहे हो?
Okay,
Were you-
songs
were
are
you-
good. Songs are good.
Is it because Shah Rukh,
but-
spoiler alert, dies in the end?
Maybe, or maybe
भाई
I
क्या
just didn't like
ड्रामेटिक
the
मारता है
storyline.
वो आदमी एंड में.
हाँ.
मतलब
Yeah,
बेसिकली एवरी शाहरुख मूवी एवर बट सो ड्रामेटिक दिस गाय.
Yeah.
Like he's
पर
dancing
ऐसा
on like
मरने की जरूरत नहीं थी, बोल सकता था लोगों को.
हाँ, कि मैं
अपने
मर रहा है,
आसपास के, यार
मतलब.
मर रहा है मैं.
So my take is actually the other way. I prefer Kal Ho Na Ho to K3G. I think Kal Ho Na Ho is a better movie.
Oh no, I prefer K3G. But if from those romantic ones, I would say like I would say Dil To Pagal Hai is a better movie than K3G
no, not
and
at
Kal
all.
Ho Na Ho.
भाई दिल तो
disagree.
पागल है तो भाई.
Hard disagree.
अच्छा जिसके बारे में मैं बात कर रहा था पहले कि शाहरुख अपनी मोस्टली हर मूवीज में दूसरे बंदे की गर्लफ्रेंड को अपनी बना लेता है टुवर्ड्स द एंड. प्राइम एग्जांपल बीइंग दिल तो पागल है. बेचारा अक्षय कुमार कितने टाइम से कोशिश कर रहा होता है.
अक्षय कुमार यार बेचारा वो तो है.
बेचारा एग्जैक्टली. और एंड में शाहरुख भाई ले जाते हैं.
Also DDLJ.
ऑल्सो डीडीएलजे ऑल्सो कुछ होता है. सलमान भाई की बंदी लेके बताओ.
Even in
Yeah.
Kal Ho Na Ho, he almost does it.
Kind of, yeah.
When he reads,
if he did not have cancer, he would have.
हार्ट
when-
प्रॉब्लम.
Yeah.
when he reads that diary.
Yeah.
I love
कभी
you
अलविदा
very,
ना
very
कहना,
much.
of course, takes रानी मुखर्जी.
कभी शादीशुदा भी ले गया बता.
शादीशुदा
That we will come to that.
अगले ने बकायदा ब्रेकअप
Yeah.
करा के मतलब ब्रेकअप ही नहीं डिवोर्स करा के अलग सीन है शाहरुख का.
So, do you think in
Oh,
this phase he's moving away from his lover boy? Not moving away, but
I think
kind
he
of
has
taking
to.
a.
But
bit
can
of a-
having to. I
can
think he's
Shahrukh
having
ever
to.
move away from that loving wala image, that like romance wala image that he's created?
No, but like for example, in the next year he has Main Hoon Na, which is 2004.
yeah.
Usme bhi the main young couple is Zaid Khan and Amrita Rao. What was her name?
Amrita Rao, yeah.
He's kind of the
Yeah,
hero.
Aurora.
Amrita Arora. I'm sorry.
Amrita Arora.
So,
No,
but
sorry.
he's-
Rao.
Rao. I take my sorry back.
Man, I'm so confused. One of them.
देखो अमृता को कॉमन लेके राव और उसको ब्रैकेट में डाल देते हैं.
No, because Aurora is Malaika's sister, is she not? Amrita Arora?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
अच्छा
correct.
वो
yes.
गोलमाल
Yeah, so
वाली.
that's what. So yeah. नहीं,
हाँ.
नहीं, that's Rimi Sen, bro.
नहीं?
कुछ भी बोल रहा है.
अरे रिमी सिंह थोड़ी है
Coming back
गोलमाल
to
में
Main
भाई.
Amrita Arora is in that legendary Hindi film called Fight Club.
Oh, okay. That Fight
one.
Club.
And,
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
talk
correct.
about
That's
the Fight
exactly,
Club, dude.
But 2004. Let's come to 2004. Interesting choices. Main Hoon Na, Veer Zara, and Swades.
Wow.
Bro, Veer Zara
Yeah.
का वो speech, कैदी number 786.
So can I make a confession? I've never really seen Veer Zara from
What?
start to
I've only ever seen it in parts, so I am
You
kind of
should
new.
watch it though.
Yeah.
But then एक तो मुझे ना, मैं जब obviously छोटा था तभी आई थी, and my mom used to be like कि ये speech सुननी कितनी बढ़िया है, ये है वो है, and me having very innocent doubts, मैं वो पूरी speech सुना, like कि क्या है 786 नंबर इतना स्पेशल का है, ठीक है क्या है? Then she's like, I don't know the reason, but like it's a very auspicious number for Muslims. And I'm like, और शाहरुख क्या बना है इसके अंदर? तो she's like कि वो इंडियन spy है अपेरेंटली इन लोग के हिसाब से. मैं कहा जब वो दुश्मन है और ये इनका ऑस्पिशियस नंबर है, ये काहे दे दिया उसको, ये तो अच्छा हो जाएगा फिर उसके लिए. एंड देन मोस्ट लाइक चुपचाप पिक्चर देगा.
जो थिएटर में पूछ रहा था ये सब तो बैठ के.
बट जेन्युइन डाउट ना, क्यों?
Yeah, correct.
ठीक है, बट दैट स्पीच जब मैंने पिक्चर देखी तो स्पीच तो
तभी तय हो गया था कि
But
स्नेहिल
I would
प्रोड्यूसर
say,
बनेगा.
so very unique year for Shah Rukh. 2004 would be, right? मैं हूं ना,
Yeah.
in a way, a unique movie for his time. Same with Veer Zara, especially so with Swades.
मैं
I
हूं
would
ना,
say-
yeah, was an out and out popcorn thriller, whatever,
Yeah.
entertainer.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
Veer Zara was like the
And,
more old fashioned.
And the only good movie Farah Khan ever made, so also a standout there.
Come on, no,
Unique movie.
I like Om Shanti Om also.
Om
bro,
Shanti
what?
Om
Om is
No.
good.
Yeah, man.
Om Shanti Om is very, very mediocre. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Om Shanti Om is actually a remake of a very very purana film. I don't know the name, but
Which was also
Madhumati.
क्या
But
बात
Om
है, सर
Shanti Om is a remake of every Hindi film. Like every element of every Hindi film is in Om Shanti.
नहीं, मधुमती तो exactly वही है,
हाँ,
exactly
पुनर्जन्म.
वही है.
But for listeners, if you go back to the very, 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 very early episodes of IVM Likes, there used to be a producer called Josh, where me and Josh have argued. In that argument, I am against Om Shanti Om, but over the years I have come around. I
But
think
why
it's
why were you against Om Shanti?
So Josh's
It's an-
whole thing
again-
was, if
Okay.
you had to introduce a foreigner to a Hindi film, what's the first Hindi film you would show? And he said Om Shanti Om because it's got every element of a pot boiler Hindi film. And my thing was, why not show him or
कभी
her?
खुशी कभी गम
Why
और
not show him or
केतली.
her original 70s movies, original 70s pot boiler? Show them
okay.
not Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar. What's that movie?
No, but watching a 70s movie now is too much of an ask.
It's
Also,
yeah,
for
it's
someone.
also that
Sure,
time
yeah,
frame.
that's what I'm saying. So I understand it that Om Shanti Om is
But-
like a buffet
but I
version
would-
of everything that
I would agree with the older Abbas. Older as in the younger
Oh, you
Abbas.
don't like Om Shanti Om also?
Yeah, I don't. I
Along
really
with
don't
Kal
like
Ho Na
Om
Ho.
Shanti Om.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like
Okay,
it.
so but staying
Because
with
yeah,
this,
I think
so,
it's very
and-
overrated. Om Shanti Om extremely overrated. Even the
But why
songs
do you
are
not
okay.
like
We'll come to that,
I
we'll come to
feel,
that.
of Om Shanti Om.
But
Yeah.
let's talk about Swades. Swades मैंने देखी
Okay.
थी, मैं 16 साल का था.
हाँ.
तुम लोग से बहुत बड़ा था.
मैंने
उस
अभी
time.
तक मैंने अभी तक स्वदेश नहीं देखी है.
क्या बात कर
Oh
रहा है?
no, dude.
तो भाई
Swades is a much
Swades
better
मैंने भी नहीं
movie
देखी.
than Veer
Swades
Zara.
was also
I would
Ashutosh
say.
Gowarekar's follow-up
Yeah.
to Lagan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
expectations were sky high. And Swades I saw thrice in the theaters और पिक्चर देख के मैंने लगा था कि भाई देश बदल सकता है भाई.
Did you, okay, was the theater full when you went for Swades? Do you remember?
2 times it was because it was the early weeks of the release. And
कितनी
then
बार
Okay,
देखने गए
okay.
थे आप? जो 2 times
and by
आपको
the
मालूम
third
है.
time you could sense that people have seen the movie and it
Huh.
yeah it was
Because
it was
again,
also a
that,
very
it wasn't a
serious
mega
movie.
hit. It was just
Yeah,
about a
yeah,
hit.
yeah.
And,
So the
it
thing
did average
with
business.
Swades was एक तो मुझे पता लग गया कि वो 3 घंटे की है. ठीक है, तो
Which was
secondly
still shorter than
हाँ,
Lagan.
हाँ, तो and secondly, so I was not a big SRK buff back then. And Swades का concept someone told me is based on Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi,
Right.
and that's why his name is Mohan in
Wait.
the movie.
What? I did not know this.
Yeah.
A foreigner comes to India, sees the poverty and decides to
stay
back.
here and change.
Yeah.
So गांधी जी का
I mean, but
arc
Gandhi
खत्म
didn't
किया
make
था.
the water turbine for his village.
Well, he made the Charkha. He at least popularized
yeah.
it, if not make it.
Exactly. So
Okay, sure,
that,
okay, that kind of makes sense.
and then मैंने ना कुछ clippings देख लिए थे स्वदेश के.
हाँ.
One was that कि वो चाय वाला जब plane का, that was one was कि वो एक मैंने last scene पहले देख लिया था कि वो आंटी ऐसे देख रही है और वो बल्ब जल जाता है. And ऐसे कुछ पीयूष मिश्रा का सीक्वेंस देख लिया था because पीयूष मिश्रा का मैं फैन था. तो मैंने ऐसे कुछ ग्लिम्सेस देख लिए, which I was like, हाँ पता है क्या हो रहा है पिक्चर में.
You were a fan of Piyush Mishra before Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
Okay. Very weird, but let's go on.
So जब मैं थिएटर कर रहा था तो थिएटर में हम लोग उनकी बुक्स पढ़ रहे थे, उनकी पोएट्रीज पढ़ रहे थे and all of that. तो I went back. So why I went back to Swades was to see पीयूष मिश्रा का वो क्लिप.
Okay.
कि पीयूष मिश्रा ने वो एक सीन क्या किया है.
हाँ.
तो वो सब देख के लाइक हाँ ये आ गया है, यहाँ रुक गया है, अब इसने बना दिया है पानी का टरबाइन और अब हो गई पिक्चर. काहे दूं 3.5 घंटे इस पिक्चर को.
But there's a lot more though in the movie.
Yeah, अब obviously मतलब मैं 15 मिनट के ऊपर 3.5 घंटे जज कर रहा हूँ. But
for me,
but
I think
again,
Swades is still the best Shah Rukh Khan performance. I'm going to put
क्या
it out
बात
there.
कर रहे हो?
For
The
me.
performance.
right up there. I would agree.
Yes.
I would agree. Right up there for sure.
I don't think
I mean, yeah, this debate.
the only other film that comes close, I think, is Chak De. But I
Chak De.
think
I was just gonna say Chak De.
the way he committed to his role in this movie, I don't think he has.
Have you
in any
guys?
other movie.
No. Okay. Have you guys seen Dear Zindagi though? Have all of you seen Dear
Yeah,
Zindagi?
I have.
It's a much
Even
later
I
movie.
have.
Not
It's a
a
much
big
later
fan.
movie. Not a big fan. I feel
No.
Shah Rukh in that movie was amazing.
Interesting.
Like Ali
Shah
was
Rukh
very
in that movie was charm.
Yeah, exactly. So
I-
he again very
charm.
naturally was. That is
Yeah.
the most natural I would say Shah Rukh has been, like acting wise, you know.
I
Like
think
not
I think
putting on more extra airs for the camera. Yeah, sorry.
Saurabh,
sorry,
you're
go on.
saying?
I think Shah Rukh Khan trying realism is not right.
He's right actually. He's right.
The reason
No,
I say
I
it
don't-
because
I don't think
it becomes so much of it doesn't look effortless, and second it's Shah Rukh Khan, just doesn't go.
Genuinely पता है genuinely
Okay,
अभी जब मैं रॉकेटरी
maybe.
देख रहा था ना, रॉकेटरी
No,
देख
okay.
रहा था and in the same frame we have Shahrukh interviewing R Madhavan and towards the end
Nambi
जब R
actor,
Madhavan हाँ तो towards the end जब Shahrukh is playing Shahrukh in the movie. तो towards the end जब नंबी अपनी स्टोरी खत्म करता है तो everybody is crying and everybody is like really जैसे वो अपना होता है ना हल्के से आंसू गिर रहे हैं वो
और
पोंछ
शाहरुख
रहे
की
हैं और
आंखें
वो-
लाल है
और शाहरुख की और शाहरुख की अंतरिक्ष
yeah.
भाई बैंग ऑन पता है जो आपने बोला
Yeah.
एग्जैक्टली दैट. उसकी आंखें लाल हैं, वो हल्का हल्का कांप रहा है, उसकी जीभ उसकी और वो इट्स लिटरली
Yeah.
it's
But he's making
this.
it work, right?
And it's just
Yeah.
that nobody else can make it work
Right.
except Shahrukh.
Right.
And like Shahrukh खड़ा भी हो रहा ना तो हल्का टिल्ट करके जेब में हाथ डाल के and I was like भाई अब बाहें खोल के मत खड़े हो जाना. It's so out of
Nambi.
character for this
Come give
movie.
me a hug.
Like Nambi, I love the out of you.
You would call Nambi Madan Chopra.
But bro, Shahrukh is that guy and I don't think anybody but Shahrukh can pull that off because now see one reason that I think Shahrukh ki aajkal ki movies are not probably hitting the mark.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
what
Because-
dude, like so I'm also thinking in the last decade, like from 2012 to 2022, he hasn't had that many movies. So firstly, your
Yeah.
next episode gonna be a lot shorter than this episode. I imagine.
हम ही रहेंगे उस पे भी क्या पता.
Yeah, also problem. But so that I think has an added feature where he has a lot more to work with in this decade and in the 90s than compared to in this current movies is what I'm talking.
Yeah, अब जैसे जब ये वाला डेकेड था जिस डेकेड की हम बात कर रहे हैं इसके अंदर शाहरुख का ये वाला स्टाइल पीक पे था. You remember that
That's what
dialogue?
he was starting to become a
हाँ,
brand from an actor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
वो चक दे इंडिया में वो वाला डायलॉग जो है हर टीम में सिर्फ एक ही गुंडा हो सकता है और इस टीम का गुंडा मैं हूँ. भाई इतना कांपने की जरूरत नहीं थी उस डायलॉग में. फॉर श्योर वो आराम से बोल सकता था वो डायलॉग. बट शाहरुख ने वो बनाया मैं हूं ना में पूरा टाइम वो कांप रहा है. ठीक है. एंड देन वो गर्दन का ये करना हर उस पे चलने में. और मैंने तुझे अभी भी देखा है जो गाना है उसके अंदर वो आउटफिट ऑरेंज कार्गो वाइट शर्ट ग्रे जैकेट जिसमें वो बाहें खोल के खड़ा है लाइक ये कर रहा है और पास और
लेदर आर्म बैंड.
एग्जैक्टली आर्म बैंड्स. भाई आर्म बैंड स्कूल करवा दिए थे भाई शाहरुख ने उस पिक्चर के बाद. एंड देन हर पिक्चर में उसका वो वाला एक सीन जिसमें वो हीरोइन को अपने बहुत पास लाके
उसकी नाक सूंघता
अपनी बहुत गहरी सी आवाज में आके कुछ बोलता है. एंड इसमें प्रीति जिंटा के साथ भी इतना एकदम पास खींच के ये चश्मे उतार के देखो. अरे
अरे भाई नंबर है भाई मेरे को.
वो हीरोइन का गला भी सूंघता है उस सीन में.
Basically we're saying he was a creep.
पता है जब मैं सौरभ से बात कर रहा था ना कि इस एपिसोड के बारे में, आउटसाइड ऑफ द स्टूडियो ही लाइक आई एम सच अ बिग फैन और ये और वो, और स्टूडियो में डूइंग द पॉडकास्ट हाँ वो उसकी नाक सूंघ रहा था, वो उसका गला सूंघ रहा था, वो उसका ये कर रहा था. अगर
he's an extra big fan because that's the kind of shit you notice on like the 10th watch of the movie. That's not the thing you notice on the first watch.
सबसे एक ऐसी कौन सी मूवी जो आपने सबसे ज्यादा बारी देखी है?
Again मैंने बादशाह ही देखी यार. बादशाह मैं देखते रहता हूँ बार बार, एंडलेसली देखी है मैंने.
अब्बास भाई आपने?
Stuff यार. I'm sure it's either DDLJ or K3G, one of the two.
DDLJ मराठा मंदिर में देखी है क्या आप लोग ने?
नहीं
हाँ मैंने देखी है.
मैंने भी देखी है.
मैंने ओरिजिनल रन में देखी थी 95 में.
एट मराठा मंदिर
7 साल का था. यस एट मराठा मंदिर.
आप कहीं साथ पिक्चर तो नहीं बना रहे थे उनके साथ?
अब्बास knew something we didn't.
Hey guys, Abbas was the writer.
उस टाइम पे मराठा मंदिर में 4 शो चल रहे थे, सिर्फ वो सुबह वाला शो नहीं.
भाई स्विट्जरलैंड में भी क्लैप अब्बास भाई थे. सौरभ तुमने कौन सी देखी?
Abbas went with his Abbas must have gone with his 8-year-old girlfriend, and then another auntie came, asked him to move, and Abbas was like, "Nahi,
मैं नहीं हटेगा.
go back to our first episode to go back."
जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, so my fandom of Shahrukh started because of my elder sister. She was a huge fan of Shahrukh, so she passed it on to me. So the first Shahrukh film I think I saw in the theater was Bazigar. Okay, and I don't remember, but I think the fact that he's playing a negative role was kept a secret. वो trailers वगैरह में नहीं दिखाया था. तो जब वो शिल्पा शेट्टी को फेंकता है टेरेस से, मेरा ऐसा दिल टूटा कि शाहरुख क्या कर रहे हैं?
शाहरुख तुमसे ही उम्मीद नहीं थी मुझे. और तुम तो अच्छे बच्चे थे.
क्या हो रहा है?
क्या तुम वही नहीं जो बाहें खोल के लड़की प्रपोज कर रहा था? फेंक दी उन्हीं बाहों से तुमने वो लड़की.
बेचारी प्यार करती है यार.
Anyway, where were we?
भाई
The one movie. Saurabh, what about you? What film?
So I think Dar and Bazigar would be the two.
Why are you watching Dar so much? I'm a little concerned.
Now I'm like a little
गले सूखने वाले भी इसको सीन याद है.
Wait. Saurabh, who is your crush?
Dar is not it's not an easy watch. It's not a movie you would want to watch again and again.
भाई वो छाती पे काट के कीड़ा लिख देता भाई.
I think there is something I cannot explain about that film that whenever it airs on TV, I just go and watch it. So and including Bazigar as well. So before
मेरे को पैटर्न लग रहा है.
Hey, you guys remember the days when you had to read the newspaper to know what was coming on TV and then figure out your day? Oh, okay, cool. Something cool is coming on. Shah Rukh Khan ka movie or Dar for Saurabh at 9 p.m.
मुझे याद है.
Weirdly enough ये मुझे भी याद है कि मैं ये करता था. Every day I used to open the newspaper and I used to just मतलब I very specifically go to Cartoon Network वाला section and just see 5 p.m. मतलब 5 p.m. Pokemon 5:30.
Dragon Ball Z.
Beyblade भाई Dragon Ball Z 4 बजे आता था.
हाँ okay yeah correct sure.
ये सब मुझे नहीं याद है. मैं स्वैट कैट्स और
मुझे पता होता था कि ये आएगा ही आएगा, बट जस्ट टू बी लाइक रेस्ट एश्योर्ड कि हाँ आज आने ही वाला है.
तो नहीं होने वाला.
Do you guys remember Shahrukh Khan voiced a Pixar movie, The Incredibles, where he voiced Mr. Incredible and Aryan did
भाई वो अभी सिम्बा में भी किया ना इसने. The Lion King में हिंदी डब मुसाफा मिला. मुफासा का हिंदी dub is Shahrukh and Simba ka Hindi dub is Aryan. So the promo was the king and his prince. So that was the promo for Shahrukh and Aryan's dub for The Lion King.
And there's that scene where Simba goes and actually eats some really questionable plants in the scene, and then Aryan took inspiration from that. And this joke
we'll
is
not talk about guys, this is a Shah Rukh Khan appreciation episode.
I'm not saying anything about Shah Rukh.
We didn't say it was an Aryan appreciation episode. But wait, Saurabh was saying something about Dar before we cut him off.
Yeah, Dar and Bazigar.
Yeah,
you've watched the most number of times.
I think it's because when I was
we need to get in touch with Saurabh's early girlfriend and ask them.
I was just about to say that. I really hope कि तुम्हारी ex girlfriend ठीक है. पता है
होली पे कहाँ जाता है सौरभ पता नहीं.
बटन को क्या लिखा तुम्हारी छाती में?
Thank God there's no Kiran in office.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
I've
saying we
made
should get in
them
touch with
obsessed with
Saurabh's
both the
current
movies.
girlfriends also and make sure they're okay.
सोचो
He still loves
सोचो
her.
सौरभ से कोई पूछ रहा है कि उसका नाम क्या जिस तुम प्यार करते हो, एंड ही इज लाइक नाम लूंगा तो मोहब्बत बदनाम हो जाएगी.
He can only date women with names starting with K.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
way.
the
I want to
We
talk
already talked
about
about
2005, yeah, where he doesn't do a
Only
big
one
movie.
movie.
He only
Yeah.
does Paheli,
Paheli.
where he's also the producer and he plays
But
a
it became
डबल
big.
रोल,
double
role.
and also an offbeat role in an offbeat
Yeah.
movie.
एंड इस मूवी में भी वो
Dude, and
किसी और की
remember the
गर्लफ्रेंड चुराता है
controversy?
और वो किसी और की गर्लफ्रेंड खुद की ही होती है उसकी.
हाँ.
वो भूत बन के भी इंसान की गर्लफ्रेंड चुरा लेता है भाई.
You
But
were
this-
saying
this
Antariksh? Yeah.
Paheli went for the Oscars, was our Oscars entry famously back then.
And
And was very big news. That was the first year I even remember thinking about, oh, India से भी पिक्चरें जाती हैं ऑस्कर में यार.
यार,
I
इसके
never even
कुछ
thought
साल
about
पहले
that.
लगान गई थी यार, वो तो सिलेक्ट भी हुई थी.
No, I
and,
think-
and that big rumor की लगान एक ही वोट से
I
हार
don't
गई
remember
थी
this.
और ये और
बाबा
Oh, yeah?
लगान made it to the
Oh, yeah.
final 5.
Yes, Undertaker.
Oh,
The
again,
only
I don't even remember that
second
part.
movie,
I
I
remember
think.
this
Yeah.
being because
और
I don't
तब
know
से
why,
आमिर
but I
खान का
remember this.
obsession ही नहीं खत्म हुआ.
I remember this being a controversy that Paheli was
Yeah.
what we chose
Yeah.
it to send. You know,
Correct.
I don't know why, but I don't remember what it was
Because it
competing with. or
wasn't a
something,
great movie.
Possible. But what
That's how we
was
do
it
it.
competing against? What other good movies were on this year?
I don't remember. I have to look this up.
शाहरुख को कंपटीशन की जरूरत नहीं भाई, शाहरुख खुद का ही कंपटीशन.
ये तो सलमान के
2005 में
डायलॉग शाहरुख के लिए क्यों मार रहा है?
एक
But
बार
you wanted
शाहरुख
to
जो कमिटमेंट ले लेता है वो अपनी बात नहीं
उसके बाद
You-
अपनी बेटे की सुन लेता तो
अपनी
शायद
बेटे
बच
की-
जाता. but चलो.
So let's talk about Chak De, which comes next year.
Bro, चक दे bro.
Chak De for in my mind is the first time he was actually addressing. He's playing.
His
wanted
age.
to play his
Hmm.
age.
Yeah.
Which is
And he's gone back hill again, but उस मूवी में he was like चलो
Yeah.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
Now he's romancing Deepika and all, but okay.
But dude, that part, no, where he is,
तुम लोग ने देखी?
he
Chak
is
De theatre
accused
में?
of being, हाँ, थिएटर में देखी.
हाँ, मैंने भी देखी.
दो
Full
बार
House
देखी
first
मैंने.
day first show. ऐसे
Oh, wow, great.
एंड के सीन्स में ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे सच में मैं स्पोर्ट्स वाले स्टेडियम में हूँ.
भाई वो विद्या मेरी तरफ देखो
But that
विद्या.
scene,
या खुदा ये
Yeah.
सीधा शॉट लेगी या
हाँ.
खुदा इसकी हॉकी इस तरफ है उसकी तरफ है एंड विद्या देख लेते हैं हम लोग. भाई एग्जाम में मेरी तरफ भी देख लो यार कोई.
जब
मेरे को तो नहीं आ
शाहरुख
रहा.
बोलता है ना लड़की को पलट तो पलटती है.
भाई मैं आपको स्कैम यार तू क्या क्रीपी आदमी है भाई. भाई मैं आपको सबसे बड़ा स्कैम बताता हूँ भाई शाहरुख के करियर का. मतलब उसने नहीं किया, उसके साथ हुआ कि DDLJ के जो डिजिटल प्रिंट्स हैं उसके अंदर तीसरा पलट नहीं है.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you cannot find the third पलट in any of the digital prints. और आज के टाइम में डिजिटल प्रिंट्स के अलावा आपके पास प्रिंट्स ही नहीं है. तो अगर आप मराठा
क्यों किया उन्होंने
आई
ये?
हैव नो क्लू. लाइक इट्स सो फेमस कि वो तीन
Yeah.
बार तीसरे पलट पे वो पलटती है.
हाँ.
अगर आप अभी यूट्यूब करोगे एंड यू विल टाइप द पलट सीन, वो दूसरे
sure of
पलट में
this?
पलट जाते हैं. भाई 110%. आई हैव स्पेंट
That's a very
वीक्स
weird thing.
लुकिंग
That's a
फॉर
very
द
weird
थर्ड
thing.
पलट. या
But
ब्रो
do
इट्स
we
सुपर
remember
वियर्ड.
it incorrectly?
नो ब्रो इट्स द थर्ड. भाई इस चीज को वेरीफाई करने के लिए मैं मराठा मंदिर में दोबारा देखने गया पिक्चर.
वहाँ है 3 बार.
नहीं है, वहां भी 2 बार ही है क्योंकि वहां पे भी अब सारे ओरिजिनल प्रिंट्स को उन्होंने डिजिटल प्रिंट से रिप्लेस कर दिया.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
Yeah, very
अच्छा,
weird.
everybody who's listening to this episode, go to YouTube after this episode and search for
Palat. Shahrukh Khan Palat.
and search for DDLJ का पलट सीन. And if you guys can find वो वाला
3
print
पलट्स.
जहाँ पे 3 पलट हैं, please send it to me because I really want to just satisfy myself by saying yeah, है, it exists, but it does not. Like yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah. Now that we can come back on Chak De India.
Chak De India. I remember that scene where he is
Again, no heroine,
accused
no romantic interest.
in Chak De India, that scene where he is accused of being a Deshdrohi because he shook the hand of a Pakistani player at the end of the match that he lost. It's just that part is so heart wrenching. It's crazy.
भाई गद्दार वद्दार
when
लिख
they-
देता है भाई वो बच्चा
हाँ,
आके कोयले
वो
से.
बच्चा सरदार बच्चा
मैंने खुद ही आके he's making amends. ऐसा खुद ही.
Yeah, correct.
एक तो वो बच्चा
Sorry,
8 साल में
गलती,
बच्चा
गलती,
वही
sorry.
वैसा ही रहा.
वो उसका बेटा होगा ना.
शाहरुख फिर एंड में उसको हॉकी दे रहा है. लाइक चक दे, हो सकता है उसे नहीं खेलनी हॉकी.
नहीं अब उसके बाद तो खेलनी होगी यार अब.
But also when I look back at that scene seems slightly stupid.
ये पक्का फैन नहीं है शाहरुख का भाई. For sure.
But why go ahead. Why
But
does
I-
he stupid?
It's not about Shahrukh. It's the person who wrote that screen.
Scene.
Sorry.
स्क्रिप्ट और सीन को
Combine कर
कंबाइन
दिया.
करके.
हाँ हाँ तो why?
So he shakes his hands with the Pakistani guy and the media reports it and becomes like he has
Yeah, but
cheated
there
on
was
his
a
team, but
time-
not really.
There was a time when
Navjot Singh
that was
Sidhu hugged
happening,
Imran Khan and the media did the exact same thing.
Oh,
saying,
God.
Exactly.
How
Really?
can we
That's
trust
from-
Navjot Singh Sidhu with state
Yeah, yeah.
secrets?
I thought we
It's
were
been a
smarter than that. We
Yeah,
won't
we
know,
buy it.
bro.
but we are not.
Yeah,
Bro,
because
what
all
are
of
you
us don't
talking
listen
about,
to
man?
Smarter with Sid, na?
Oh, subtle plug of another IVM show.
Yeah, Abbas was just mentioning something which we had to cut out, which we don't want to repeat, but
No,
you
no,
get
I
it.
didn't say anything.
No,
it's
no.
clearly.
Abbas is clearly
was-
very chill.
I was saying
So that's
that
what I'm
Chak
saying,
De
yeah.
India also he does not have a romantic interest. He's playing a bit of a elderly statesman.
He is in love with his mulk.
Mola
That's true, yes.
mere- Yeah, okay.
ले ले मेरी जान. Dude, मेरे को
Yeah.
this episode surely doesn't qualify for simping over SRK.
Of course we are. So what
Next
comes?
one.
What's the major Dawn?
So next one, after that is Om Shanti Om. After
Do we
Chak De
want to
India, then
talk
was Rab Ne
about
Bana Di
Kabhi
Jodi.
Alvida Na Kehna?
Bro, actually,
I think
yes.
We are
Okay.
skipping quite a few. Wait.
Yeah,
We are
yeah.
skipping too
We-
many. Yeah. So Chak De
नहीं,
के
we
बाद
are
then
not.
is Om
We
Shanti
skipped
Om which we
Kabhi
talked
Alvida
about.
Na Kehna.
Om
Then
Shanti
Rab Ne
में
Bana Di Jodi comes.
2007.
Bro, Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, where he
Oh, sorry.
makes
I
Rani
did not-
Mukherjee divorce her husband and then he convinces her कि चलो हम शादी कर लेते हैं and then he's like मितवा.
I
So-
think Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna is an
Talking about
interesting
Aditya
film.
Chopra, Rani Mukherjee divorce Aditya Chopra.
The first half is nice, but I don't like Shah Rukh in that. They give him this very grumpy
I don't like the
character.
movie.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
little
yeah, correct.
off-putting.
And that वो वाला डायलॉग जिसके अंदर रानी एंड शाहरुख आर प्लानिंग कि वो अपनी अपनी एनिवर्सरी पे अपने अपने
Same restaurant में
पार्टनर्स को
जाएंगे.
क्या
Yes.
गिफ्ट दे एंड देन ही इज लाइक डिवोर्स दे देते हैं. काफी सरप्राइज हो जाएंगे वो. And then
He's right.
दोनों
He was right. They would have
then
done.
दोनों
And they
सेम ही रेस्टोरेंट में जाके एक दूसरे के आमने
दूसरे के
सामने
बाद
वाला
cheers कर
टेबल
रहे
ले
हैं.
लेते हैं और एक
Cheers
दूसरे
कर
को
रहे हैं.
देख के चीयर्स दे रहे हैं.
Like
क्या
plan
बकर है भाई?
successful.
Like,
Here, I solidify myself as the creepy guy here, but
Solidified long ago.
but I find him actually interesting in the film. It's
Okay.
completely different. Like we have now, he's grumpy, he's irritating. He's just
Again, you
throwing
liked him in Dar,
random
so it
lines
makes
like
sense.
this.
You like
basically, he's
this
from
film.
Delhi in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Delhi.
You know, I really like. I don't like Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna also that much of a as a movie, but I love the song "Gore Gore Mukhde Chand."
Be my love.
Yeah,
जी,
I
याद भी नहीं
love that
रहेगा
song.
ना,
भाई
याद
क्या
है।
बात कर रहे हो? गोड़े गोड़े
हाँ.
मुखड़े गोड़े गोड़े
Gore Gore Mukhde.
गोड़े गोड़े मुखड़े
मुसाफा.
Be my love.
भाई उसके अंदर अमिताभ बच्चन
Sexy Sam, हाँ.
प्लेयर का रोल प्ले कर रहा है. प्लेयर
Yeah, correct.
प्ले मैं चुप ही हो जाता हूँ बेटर.
Then next up was Dawn. I love
Love Dawn.
Shah Rukh Khan wali.
My parents hated Dawn. They're like,
What are you
how
saying?
dare you remake a movie
Remake.
जो
I've seen
अमिताभ
both.
बच्चन की
I've
थी.
seen both
But
have their good,
I
good
liked
points, you know?
Dawn.
I like both.
liked Dawn too also. मेरे को तो मजा
Dawn is a great example of style over substance. I think it's a
Yeah.
great movie to look
Sure.
at.
और एंड में शाहरुख
sure.
जो शाहरुख को ही गोदी में लेके घूम रहा है ना आखिरी सीन में.
हाँ मतलब
वो
Dude,
ऐसे
That
cigarette उड़ाता
cigarette
है.
flick.
हाँ,
That
हाँ.
cigarette
Oh,
flick. Yes, exactly.
शानदार.
वो सीन आई थिंक शाहरुख इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल. नहीं मेरे को ये बोलना नहीं चाहिए, रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट.
बोल, बोल,
बट भाई शाहरुख के
for you
चक्कर
to
में
start smoking.
I didn't start smoking. I have never smoked.
I started flicking. I started
okay,
wasting my
that's
cigarette
not
with Shah Rukh.
भाई genuinely पता है वो वाला सीन देख के I was like मैं माचिस की तीली जलाता था घर में
और
और
फट कर
ऐसे
गया।
फेंक रहा होता था भाई. एंड आई यूज्ड टू बी लाइक वो सीन देख के कि उसका ये फिंगर इधर
मैंने
जा रहा
घर ही
है,
जला
फिंगर
दिया।
उधर जा रहा है.
And Oakley के shades got really
I-
popular because of
Oh,
that
Dawn
movie.
देख के I bought this black jeans, black high neck, black overcoat, black specs, and I was
Which
like,
I'm still wearing.
and I was like, मैं Dawn है. And every time I used to wear those और मैं अपने अब बोलता ये करता.
You know, there is something very interesting.
पहचान.
Wait, Saurabh has something interesting.
Something very interesting in the way Shah Rukh Khan
Interesting
fights.
or creepy? Are you sure?
Shah Rukh Khan fights.
Interesting.
How come?
Yeah. I think the way he takes the hits, his entire body will shake in a way where
भाई
वो ऐसे ही इतना कांपता है,
शाहरुख
है
का
ना?
entire career is
Career
him
is-
shaking.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
When he
वो
gets
रो रहा
angry,
है,
he's
he's
always like his
shaking.
head
When he's
shakes, you
crying,
know?
he's shaking. When
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
fighting, he's shaking.
Yeah.
Is he from Dubai?
Oh, good lord.
Harlem Shake. Okay.
Guys, we are not high.
You guys
Oh,
you guys
good
remember?
lord.
So Shah
I
Rukh has
must
also.
tell-
So I don't think we're gonna be talking about this. Maybe maybe you want to save this for the next episode because there are fewer movies in the next episode. So but he has some great ads. If you're talking about the Lux ad, you remember the Videocon ad? That line
Oh,
match
yes.
on to Videocon.
Yes.
That became the selling point for Videocon, and till date is match on for Videocon. You know what it is, what it means.
Yeah,
And, who said it?
true.
There's some very cool ads. Sunfeast ka he was the longest for the longest time.
भाई
Santro.
टाटा स्काई टाटा स्काई लगा डाला तो लाइव जिंगा लाला.
Like,
That
yeah,
was
but-
also Shah Rukh.
Jingle was Shah Rukh?
That was also Shah Rukh, I
Oh.
guess.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, back to
I
the
think
movies.
we've spoken about Om Shanti Om, so
Yeah.
let's
You can
not
skip
go
that,
there.
yeah.
I
Rab ne
would
bana
like
di.
to Rab ne bana di jodi.
रब ने बना
What do
दी
we
जोड़ी.
think?
Maybe he steals his own girl.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but
That's
shit
the other
movie.
guy.
I don't
But
really
shit
like
movie.
it.
yeah,
I don't
मुझे
I
like-
like Surinder Sahni as a character, but
भाई
not much else.
भाई मतलब अगर मैं दाढ़ी काट के घर चला जाऊं तो घर वाले ना पहचाने बेसिकली द प्लॉट
Yeah.
ऑफ द मूवी.
अब चश्मा कौन पहनेगा भाई?
See, as someone,
Sorry.
as somebody who believes that when Clark Kent takes off his glasses, he becomes Superman and everybody is okay with it, I cannot complain on that front.
That's true.
But
True.
not a great movie.
But then शाहरुख
हाँ ठीक था मतलब.
ठीक था.
हाँ.
आई थिंक
I would
शाहरुख
like
को
to-
अलाउड है. शाहरुख कर ले यार मतलब.
I'd like to mention his special appearance in Luck by Chance because that is the first time he's actually acknowledging that yes, I am the king of Bollywood now. If you remember the cameo,
yeah, I
Farhan
know.
Akhtar is playing this struggling actor.
I've actually very recently
actually,
watched Luck
Phil
by
Bhi
Chance
Dilek
for
was
the
He's
first
at a
first
time.
party
he had-
and he meets in a party where Shah Rukh has like an entourage and everything.
Yeah.
And he takes a moment to come and tell him कि हाँ मैं तुम्हारा काम देख रहा हूँ, you're an upcoming, and then it gives him a little speech about fame and what really matters in life.
Yeah, and he says कि ये जो तुम्हारे दोस्त हैं हमेशा इनका ख्याल रखना क्योंकि
Exactly, yeah,
ये
yeah.
तुम्हारे साथ जब कोई नहीं था तब ये तो
हाँ.
क्यों है मुझे शाहरुख की हर एक चीज याद मुझे नहीं आइडिया है. But I think
तू ही सबसे बड़ा simp है.
I swear bro यार पता है I'll tell you this one very I don't know again it could be creepy but
We have Saurabh on the episode. It can't be more
भाई
creepy.
मैं genuinely like so whenever I feel like going out for a
You're
drive
playing that song. आज
नहीं it's an भाई बहुत weird है ठीक है so what I'll do is I'll drive around the city and then I'll just randomly like one pit stop will always be Mannat.
Oh.
So I'll drive around the whole city and then while going
and
back
they do the Om Shanti Om wala dialogue outside the Mannat. एक दिन let's go बंगलों में
यार
रहूंगा.
I don't know why so I once I
Which
was
is a
like
quote copied from The Alchemist, but we'll not go there.
Oh, is it really?
this
I
guy
know, I'm
just
not-
wants to ruin everything. ठीक है. So there was this one time where I was sitting outside
Near
Mannat
Mannat,
with a friend and you know so Shah Rukh is also from Delhi.
मुझे लगा बोला शाहरुख was also there.
So it was like भाई 2:30-3 बज रहे थे
हाँ.
and हम लोग ये सोच रहे थे कि so शाहरुख has very openly said that he doesn't sleep.
Right.
वो क्योंकि रात को उसकी डॉटर सुबह होती है जहाँ पे उसकी डॉटर पढ़ रही थी उस टाइम पे तो रात को ही स्पेंड्स टाइम चैटिंग विद हर एंड देन सुबह से तो काम शुरू हो जाता है उसका. तो वी जस्ट सिटिंग एंड वी वर लाइक कि व्हाट इफ you know it's 3 a.m. and there's nobody around हम ही दो बैठे हैं यहाँ पे पागलों की तरह. What if just Shahrukh wants to like you know take a walk in this breeze and we are just sitting there and like just imagine यहाँ पे ये भी बड़ा गेट खुले and then Shahrukh walks out just to have a smoke probably and then हम वहाँ बैठे बैठे एक short film बनाए जा रहे हैं कि then Shahrukh would be like कि for a day if you वो नायक वाला if you want to be the CM for one day and if like you want to live एक दिन की शाहरुख की जिंदगी अगर तुम्हें जी के दिखने में
दारू पी हुई थी स्नेहिल.
भाई we were sober as and we were just thinking and we were just like कि एक सपने और एक रियलिटी के बीच में सिर्फ एक ये दीवार खड़ी है एंड आफ्टर दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन इट्स बीन लाइक अ रिचुअल ऑफ सॉर्ट्स वेयर एवरी ड्राइव लाइक has this point where I just go to Mannat and I just look at Mannat and then
स्नेहिल पास करते
वहाँ
करते
से
ऐसे करके
वहाँ से मैं
for audio listeners I just touched my forehead and my heart.
वहां से मैं U-turn लेके and I don't know why but it's like just one thing because he is also like from Delhi उसके स्कूल में like I've played cricket and all of that तो एक बहुत ही ऐसा लगता है कि यार अपने ही जैसा एक बंदा अगर ये सब
इतना बड़ा हो गया हाँ.
you know so like probably it's just that
इमोशनल
wall.
कर दिया यार स्नेहिल ने. हम अच्छा खासा मजाक उड़ा रहे थे फिल्मों का.
But bro that's why like Shahrukh that is when I started becoming like a Shahrukh simp basically after coming to Mumbai when I saw that Mannat and you know Land's End like this guy वो गाना सुना होगा ना आपने, चांद तारे, एग्जैक्टली
उसमें वो जगह है जहाँ उसका बंगला
हाँ, ये मैंने पिछले एपिसोड में बात करी है, प्लीज सुनो उस एपिसोड को प्लीज। ठीक है, सो उसमें एक छोटा सा सीक्वेंस है जो मन्नत के आगे शूट किया गया है, एंड उसमें सो देयर इज दिस थिंग दैट एवरीथिंग ही सेज इन दैट सॉन्ग ही इज अचीव्ड बाय नाउ,
कम ट्रू, या
ठीक है, एंड it's just like Shahrukh bro, hats off if you're listening.
बस चांद तारे तोड़ लाना इस बात।
I was about to say that.
Apparently he owns a land on moon also, bro. Who knows?
पर तोड़ के लाया ना। Oh yeah. Next is Billu Barber.
We're still in like 2008. Billu,
Yeah,
not
why-
a good movie.
No, it was okay.
I
But
liked it, yaar, वैसे.
why did they have to remove the barber from the name? There was some
Because
controversy.
there was controversy. Barber said
Why? Do
it's
you
a
remember?
derogate. I think it was seen as a derogatory
Oh,
term.
barbers got pissed. Is
Yeah.
that what happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Barbers got pissed कि तुम हमें barbers
What?
क्यों बुला रहे हो basically.
Yeah, dude, क्या बिल्लू ना ही बोलते हैं like,
नहीं फिर वो और offend होता है अंतरिक्ष भाई.
it's like saying Bawarchi and
beautician.
chef.
बिल्लू beauticians.
Billu beautician.
Billu
Face
salon.
doctors.
Oh, that's great.
hair
Billu beautician
hair
is great,
master.
actually. Yeah,
What do we feel about My Name is Khan? I liked it when I
Oh,
come out.
great.
I hate it now.
great movie.
Do you
No, I
hate it
actually
now?
still like it.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually your perspective matters the most.
No,
here.
I-
बताओ.
yeah.
Noor Khuda
Because,
is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
no,
it's
no,
a
the
song.
music
Ever.
and everything is good. It's the intention of the movie is also good because the whole war on terror was going on
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Muslims
Yeah.
were being targeted, and since then nothing has changed. But
यार आप ना ऐसा continuity के
But-
sentence के बीच में बोला करो, edit करना मुश्किल हो जाता है भाई.
Hey, but that's a fair thing to say. Why you have to delete that? You don't have to delete that.
my issue with that is he's playing this person with. So my issue is his portrayal of Asperger's syndrome, where exactly Snayhil is hitting his forehead with his finger, with his fist. वो बहुत ही ham है यार. Like it's if it was in the early stages of SRK, I would still forgive it that okay he used to generally ham, but this is the phase where he's, like I said, he's done movies like Swades and Chak and Baheli, where he's got that little bit of a subtlety in his performance.
True.
And in between
No, I
that,
just
My Name
realized-
is Khan is just so over the top.
I just realized that the only other reference for Asperger's in like TV and pop culture, whatever, is Abed Nadir in Community.
So in Forrest Gump also, Tom Hanks played this character, which is said Shah Rukh Khan took inspiration from to play
My Name is Khan.
Riaz Rizwan, whatever
Rizwan.
Rizwan Khan in the movie. And so interestingly, the remake of Forrest Gump is coming soon with Amir Khan in the lead. So I don't know. Maybe when I see that movie, I might change my opinion about My Name is Khan.
भाई
But for now,
उस मूवी का ट्रेलर को देख के लग रहा है आमिर खान स्टिल थिंक्स कि वो पीके का एक्सटेंडेड वर्जन है इस मूवी में. यू सीन द ट्रेलर?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
आंखें खुली हुई हैं, कान निकले तो चलो वो तो
Yeah,
वैसे ही है, but
And there
like
and there's a bit of Dhoom 3 as well.
Yeah.
हाँ bro.
Okay.
Anyway, let's come back to Shah Rukh. Though we have, I can't start the
so I've
rant
thought
on this trailer.
So-
Anyway,
Just quickly, I will. So me and my friends have had this discussion, and it would probably make for a very interesting episode of IVM Likes in the future. Is figuring out which of the three big Khans, that is from Amir, Salman, and Shah Rukh, which of them has the most number of legendary status movies. You know, like legendary status comes with like, okay, Dil To Pagal Hai, you know what I mean, because of the hype
Oh.
around the movie. And
I think Shah Rukh will win.
But I don't see
Out
Dil To
and out.
Pagal as a legendary movie.
dude, what
I
is
s-
considered in the masses as a legendary?
I know.
So you
I
understand
see
a lot of
Dilwale
the people.
Le Jayenge as a legend. Like when
So
the history
that's
of
two movies.
Indian
That's two
cinema
movies
is
already.
written.
You know, that's two movies
Sure.
already. Like
But
for
then-
Amir, it would have to be Lagan,
I
and
would,
Dil Chahta Hai
I would
would
make
have
an
to be
argument for Amir also because Lagan is up there. Dil Chahta
there.
Hai
Dil Chahta is up
there.
there. Yes.
Yeah.
I just want
Mela.
to know why Salman is there as an option at all.
भाई क्योंकि हम आपके हैं कौन में
Also,
सलमान था ना.
Bajrangi Bhaijaan. I would
भाई
say is a
legendary
very
movie
good.
Not
थोड़ी
a
है बजरंगी
legendary
भाईजान.
movie, man.
Dude,
अच्छी वो
I would say.
अब बात
If
ये
you-
है
like,
कि
dude, if
सलमान
we're talking
दबंग
about
करके
it's one of the
बैठा है.
highest earning movies
See-
in history. It
Correct,
has to
correct.
count as
Yeah.
legendary movie.
He's right. My thing
Yeah.
is legendary से आप क्या बोल रहे हो? Films that in the world are seen as great or
yeah,
in India.
Yeah, that.
हाँ
No,
तो
no,
वर्ल्ड में भाई की कोई पिक्चर
World
नहीं
में
आएगी.
तो वैसे
इंडिया
तो-
में आप डाल
dude,
सकते हो.
ऐसे तो वर्ल्ड में
जय
तो
हो।
शाहरुख की भी कोई पिक्चर नहीं आएगी भाई.
नहीं,
Of
let's be
course
honest.
यार,
नहीं,
दिलवाले
which
दुल्हनिया
one?
ले जाएंगे is genuinely people see that as a cornerstone in Hindi film industry where it started appealing to a foreign audience, Indian foreign diaspora, right? Which is
Sure.
why there are there are kids living in the UK and US who have never been to India, Indian origin kids.
They know DDLJ.
You know
One fun
every
fact.
line of
One fun fact.
हम आपके हैं कौन? शाह सलमान.
I mean, in Miss Marvel they name dropped Bazigar. Okay, that is a
DDLJ
Yeah.
also they did.
DD also. That is a
yeah,
So
yeah.
one
girl
thing that I
who's-
was telling.
I think it's not about the
DDLJ
film.
का,
It's about Shah Rukh.
First choice for DDLJ was Tom Cruise, by the way. Yeah,
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Or are you
That's
serious?
What,
That
no,
can't be
yeah.
Tom Cruise is supposed to romance Kajol.
Yeah, अब मुझे नहीं पता
That can't be
काजोल ही
true,
आने वाली
bro.
थी या नहीं.
That's obviously made up.
But DDLJ
Hindsight.
का first choice was Tom Cruise, and then it was offered to Aamir also, and then Saif also. But शाहरुख ने जिस तरीके से प्ले किया है, I think what Saurabh just said कि I don't think it's the story, it's the setup or
Right,
anything else.
right.
It's Shahrukh.
It's the guy. हाँ.
It's Shahrukh, and the image जो DDLJ से शाहरुख का image एकदम ही वो my mom says कि
And it's-
शाहरुख has ruined romance for everyone.
हाँ.
Sure.
ये तूने पिछले
That's
एपिसोड
fine.
में भी बोला है.
Oh, इसका
देख,
मतलब
मैंने
आपने
सुना है.
थोड़ा सा तो सुना है.
See, my thing is Shah Rukh Khan, apart from movies, he did everything. He hosted award shows, he danced on
He's
Yeah.
great in that, by
he
the
did
way.
tours, he did
Yeah.
ads, he did all this kind of stuff.
True,
so
true,
yeah,
true.
he
Dude,
just put
that
himself
era
out there.
of him, Saif hosting all those award shows was the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
award show
yeah.
seasons. You know?
Yeah.
And in fact,
उसके बाद
this
कोई
era
मन नहीं
that-
किया यार.
in fact, this era जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, the last movie of this era was जब तक है जान.
Right.
Oh,
You've seen जब तक है जान?
yes.
No.
भाई
Yeah.
देखो मस्त
यार जब तक
एकदम.
ठीक है. It's okay.
It's so Shahrukh has played into Shahrukh only in that movie. Like you'll see Shahrukh जैसे हम लोग शाहरुख को imagine करते हैं ना कि वो intense lover जो सिर्फ
But don't you think that has also become his criticism that he can only play himself now? He cannot play
that
anything else.
but वो है, but then half the audience of Shahrukh wants to see Shahrukh as Shahrukh.
Right.
वही उसका ऑडियंस एंड वही उसका यूएसपी है. एंड जब तक है जान में ही प्लेज दिस इंटेंस लवर कि वो ही इज चैलेंजिंग गॉड. सो देयर इज दिस डायलॉग वेयर इज लाइक कि कटरीना, उसके अंदर कटरीना की एक बुरी आदत है उस पिक्चर में, अपेरेंटली बुरी आदत कि वो मन्नत मांगती है बहुत ज्यादा. और उसने शाहरुख का मन्नत नहीं मांगा उसने.
She wants his bungalow.
Just like Snayhil.
I knew
बुरी आदत है क्यों है पता नहीं.
I knew कि अंतरिक्ष भाई द बंगलो बोलने वाले हैं.
Yeah, of course.
उससे पहले I was like not the घर but मन्नत की आप मुझे ये चीज दे दो तो मैं ये चीज
So
छोड़
greedy
दूंगी.
Katrina is.
ठीक है.
So as soon as she gets it, she will leave it.
हाँ, सो बेसिकली फॉर एन एग्जांपल कि आप मुझे ये जॉब दिला दो तो मैं सिगरेट पीना छोड़ दूंगी.
अच्छा वैसे.
ठीक है. तो ऐसा सीन. तो एक सीक्वेंस में शाहरुख का बहुत बुरा एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है एंड कटरीना गोज टू जीसस एंड शी सेज कि आप इसको जिंदा कर दो, मतलब इसको बचा लो बेसिकली, और मैं इसी को छोड़ दूं. हाँ, मैं इसी को छोड़, मतलब इसकी जान की कीमत मैं अपना प्यार देती हूँ, पर अब इसको मतलब मारो मत. ठीक है. नो बच जाता है एंड ही कम्स बैक टू कटरीना एंड शी इज लाइक कि देखो मैंने तो मन्नत में तुम्हें ही छोड़ दिया है.
हाँ.
ठीक है. तो नाउ ही इज एट
Yes, he's like पूरा बंगलो मेरा. Yes.
Thank you Jesus.
so now Shahrukh is at war with God कि उसने मेरी जान की कीमत अपना प्यार दिया है. राइट. तो या तो तुम्हें मुझे मारना पड़ेगा या तो तुम्हें मेरा प्यार मुझे लौटाना पड़ेगा. सो ही गेट्स इनटू द बॉम्ब स्क्वाड ऑफ इंडियन आर्मी और वो हर बॉम्ब को डिफ्यूज करने के लिए
Can I just say I love the seriousness and
He's a
passion
Canadian
with
in
which
the movie.
Snayhil is narrating this absolutely abysmal plot of a movie. Yes. बोल sorry. अरे interrupt कर दिया. Like it's the most natural thing. He joins the bomb squad as he's supposed to.
उसकी भगवान से लड़ाई है.
हाँ. और क्या करेगा वो? बॉम्ब स्क्वाड तो ज्वाइन कर सकता है. हाँ फिर I'm actually invested now. I want to know what happens.
तो बॉम्ब स्क्वाड
And
जब
then-
ज्वाइन कर लेता है एंड नाउ ही इज चैलेंजिंग गॉड कि भाई मैं हर बॉम्ब को डिफ्यूज करते वक्त बॉम्ब सूट नहीं पहनूंगा. ठीक है. क्योंकि अगर मैं गलत वायर पुल करता हूँ तो मतलब बॉम्ब फटेगा और मैं मरूंगा. और तू मुझे मरने नहीं देगा क्योंकि अगर तू मुझे मरने देगा तो तू हार जाएगा. right? तू तो हार जाएगा. फिर तू खुदा थोड़ी बचा. तो वो दिस इज द
भगवान को आप बोलो
Oh,
प्लीज.
good.
I want
हाँ आप ही
respect.
बोला उसने.
अच्छा, तू बोला भगवान को तू कौन
नहीं
बोला?
सॉरी
छी,
सॉरी
छी,
सॉरी.
अरे मजाक कर
It's
रहा हूँ यार.
okay.
तू seriously ले रहा है? Shit, तू तो intimidate हो गया और बात यार.
So basically this is the plot of the movie and
Okay.
every scene Shahrukh is there with those intense eyes and वो जब तक है जान वाली पोएट्री की क्या है वो लाइन तेरी आंखों की नमकीन मस्तियां नहीं भूलूंगा मैं जब तक है जान जब तक. that intense Shah Rukh. I think this movie portrays that version of Shah Rukh in a brilliant way. Plus, it's Yash Chopra. Yash Chopra's last directorial work. And again, outside India, all those beautiful sceneries, beautiful frames, Sundar Katrina, smart Shah Rukh, and then Anushka plays
This was
that
Yash Chopra's
Chopi.
last movie, if I'm not wrong.
Yash
Midway
Chopra's
or
last
something.
movie.
Like he couldn't complete the shoot or something.
And
there's like there's a part at the end of the movie, like the end credits part where they're showing the parts where Yash Chopra was shooting for this film.
वो बहुत मतलब I think बहुत खूबसूरत लगी थी मुझे ये movie because again by this point I was like Shah Rukh and
Hey, Shah Rukh.
so yeah, that was apparently the last movie for this
2013.
decade.
So we
2012.
missed Ravan. We missed Ravan.
We missed Ravan. Oh,
Big
yeah.
one.
But I think,
Big
we
one.
all should miss Ravan. So let's just.
Because Shah Rukh himself missed Ravan. And
But
yeah,
Akon, dude. Oh, that Ravan is well known for Akon.
yes,
Akon song.
yeah,
Chammak Chalo.
only Shah Rukh can get Akon to
Yeah.
sing Chammak Chalo, by the way.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
this
think
was the
anybody
time. So Akon had come to India and very famous. I think I've talked about this part about Akon's visit to India on the show before. Where
He came to
Akon.
Gurgaon, by the way.
Oh yeah, so I think Gurgaon only. Yes, he jumped into the crowd and they stole his t-shirt. They stole his t-shirt and stole his watch. They stole his golden watch while he went out to the
by
audience.
Akon being a
Hilarious.
good musician and all of that, तो he was like काफी fans को अंदर आने की टिकट नहीं मिली है, तो
हाँ.
he's like gates खोल दो, barriers हटा दो, उसने barriers हटाए, वो
दिमाग.
कूदा, वो उसकी गाड़ी वाली लेके चले गए,
घड़े लेके चले गए.
और करो शो गुड़गांव में.
So Gurgaon, dude. Yeah, so Gurgaon.
Akon को मारा नहीं वो अच्छी बात है.
Great.
But yeah, that was this was the second decade. I think this is like the best decade for Shah Rukh out of the three.
Dude,
the
that's-
second
I
one.
I think it's a
90s
like
also
a
could be right up
90s
there.
and
90s.
2000, but like I said, in this decade, he
Shah
realized
Rukh became the king.
what he has become today.
I think Shah Rukh ka first decade jo hai, that is basically Shah Rukh trying to establish himself, which has like one great hit movie which was DDLJ, which has now become a cult. Dil to pagal hai, kuch kuch hota hai.
ये K3 जी
है,
also,
K3 जी,
कुछ
but
होता
I
है
think
also.
all of these movies are like multi-castings
Correct,
and all of that. ठीक है,
Ensemble
but
cast.
yeah, but
Ensemble.
but in this decade, Shah Rukh
He's
is
carrying everything
Shah
on
Rukh.
his own. Yeah.
It's मतलब उसके नाम पे पिक्चर बिके ही जा रहा है.
हाँ.
तो I think
So,
मतलब that's
there
why I
is-
think this is the strongest era for him.
On Wikipedia, no, there is a page called Shah Rukh Khan in the media. That's
Yeah.
the Wikipedia.
Shah Rukh is
okay.
brilliant with media, by the way. I feel he's brilliant with media.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
also
Dude,
the
like,
decade
for-
where he starts
yes.
coming on Coffee with Karan and his witty sort
हाँ,
of
हाँ.
interviews and
Yeah,
everything
true,
comes
true.
to the fore.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying Antariksh?
So, firstly, you should go and watch Shah Rukh's interviews with that Prabhu Chawla guy. The
Yeah.
most infuriating but well-handled Shah Rukh interviews. Because Prabhu Chawla just asks the most ridiculously like questions that you should not ask people in an interview. On the wiki page, Shah Rukh Khan in the media, there is a question asked, which goes, when was Shah Rukh Khan at his peak? And the answer that they provided is that Shah Rukh Khan was placed at number 1 on the box office, India's list of top actors for the first time in 1994, and then repeated the feat in 95 and then in 98. And from then on, after that, 2002 to 2008, every year he was the highest grosser.
Yeah. 94
This is
में ऐसा क्या
insane.
किया था शाहरुख भाई ने?
वो
I
देखना
mean,
यार.
that was before, year before.
Oh, Dar and Bazigar, bro. Of course, why not?
Oh, Saurabh's favorite year.
Saurabh's favorite year. But yeah, so I think, matlab, according to me and according to apparently that poll answer also
In the media Wikipedia
in the
editor.
media Wikipedia editor. I think
two.
2002 to 2012, the second decade for Shah Rukh was the
Yeah.
strongest decade, where he realized like he is the king and he will always, कोई रीच नहीं कर सकता शाहरुख के उस लेवल को.
पर थोड़ा ज्यादा
बादशाह
इजीली है
बॉलीवुड.
क्योंकि इसके बाद थोड़ा डाउन हिल है.
That we'll see in the
चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस, दिलवाले.
But who knows? But you never know, maybe
Next year,
2022
yeah.
Yeah, next year
is
he
gonna
may
be
be
the
with
biggest
us
year.
in the studio talking about his new film.
Yeah.
And
Do you think-
Snayhil will
guys,
be
do you
jizzing
think-
in his pants.
What the f***?
Do you guys think Shah Rukh will ever direct?
His son
I don't
would.
think
He
so.
says that he wants to be a director. Aryan.
I mean, he can be anything, but Shah Rukh himself, you think?
I think yes. I think,
प्रोड्यूसर तो
but
बन ही गया है
not in the next couple of years. I think sometime in his 60s maybe he'll direct.
भाई वो 60s में भी
Okay.
एक्टिंग ही कर रहा होगा 3 ही तो साल बचे हैं उसके 60s में
हाँ तो मेरे को लगता है
अभी
60s
तक
में
तो वो हीरो ही आ रहा है
पर करेगा मेरे को लगता है.
चलो सही है on this very
Yeah, why not?
hopeful note let's end this episode and the talk about the second decade of Shah Rukh.
Let's
And
end
come
this
back
part of
with
the episode.
recommendations.
Yeah, and then come back
in
with
this part of the episode and then we'll come back with some amazing recommendations. See you
Yes.
on the other side of the break.
Hello and welcome back to this part of the episode where we recommend some awesome stuff for you guys. Let's start with Abbas. What would you like to recommend?
So if you want to just turn your brain off and watch some really good slapstick comedy, I would recommend Man vs. Bee, which stars Rowan
Oh,
Atkinson,
Mr. Bean.
who played
Yes.
Mr.
Oh.
Bean. तो अगर आपको
It's
Mr. Bean
nice.
अच्छा लगा है तो ये ऐसा चांस ही नहीं कि ये ना अच्छा लगे because premise बहुत ही similar है.
Okay.
Ron Atkinson plays this guy who works at this service which is like your urban company, urban club
Understood,
type,
understood.
where a very rich couple is going for a holiday and they have called him to take house sit for a weekend.
Understood.
और उनके घर में there are these very very expensive and precious things and they say just they pretty much set it up कि देखो ये ना गिरे और ये टूटे नहीं और heating system ऐसा है ये
Oh,
वो
great.
और
है.
फिर वही चीजें गिरती हैं
Exactly,
टूटती हैं
हाँ.
So
And
it's
then,
like Home Alone but with a bee instead of
Yeah.
sort of, and a bee comes into the house and he's
Yeah.
in the beginning he
Bro.
is very
bro
Yeah,
आप
yeah.
लोगों ने नमक हलाल देखी है by any chance?
हाँ वही
नहीं,
premise
नहीं.
नमक guys
stretch over multiple
guys watch
episodes.
नमक हलाल ठीक है and
okay,
उसके अंदर exactly यही है कि शशि कपूर owns a hotel and
Okay.
अमिताभ बच्चन उसका शशि
ये
कपूर
मैंने
का
कैसे नहीं सोचा यार you are
यार,
absolutely right.
Exactly. तो अमिताभ बच्चन जो है वो शशि कपूर का चेला है फॉर दैट मैटर ठीक है एंड ही डजंट वांट कि होटल बिके बिकॉज अपेरेंटली शशि कपूर इज इन यू नो अंडर दिस वेरी बैड इन्फ्लुएंस इसलिए वो इम्पल्सिव होके होटल बेच रहा है एंड उस पूरे बिडिंग उसमें कि कौन होटल खरीदने वाला है एक बी आ जाती है
And then अमिताभ बच्चन
हाँ.
हिलेगा नहीं अमित के ऊपर मक्खी है
वो
and he tries to
हर
hit.
बिडर के ऊपर जाके वो मक्खी बैठ रही है एंड
It goes and
अमिताभ
sits on someone's
हाँ.
cleavage, it goes and sits on
Oh.
someone's nose.
नोज एंड वो अमिताभ वो मक्खी को मार रहा है एंड मतलब उसके आड़ में आके वो हर बिडर को मार रहा है बेसिकली एंड आई थिंक दैट्स प्रीटी मच द
Pretty much
सेम
it,
प्रेमिस
yeah. So it's broken over a series of I think 8 or 9 episodes, but the
Oh.
episodes are very small, like 10,
अच्छा.
9 to 10 minutes. तो एक बार आप चाहो तो उसको installments में break करके भी देख सकते हो, और if you want
Understood.
you can just watch the whole thing at
watch the
once.
binge yeah
So it's very well done slapstick comedy. Exactly, मतलब कोई चीज गिरने वाली होती है तो आप बोलते हो, अरे you know, it's
Understood,
very
understood,
very
yeah.
very well done. So very well choreographed. So Man vs. Bee is my recommendation.
good
all right, next up, Saurabh, what would you like to recommend?
So Abbas's criticism on My Name is Khan, Shah Rukh's performance got me thinking of this film called My Left Foot. It has Daniel Day-Lewis. He plays a guy suffering from cerebral palsy. And in the first shot of the film, I think he uses his foot to sketch something on a sheet of paper. And I think that is something very incredible to look at what lengths a performer can go if they really want to. So I think that's my recommendation.
where can you watch this
Torrent.
Say dubious means.
रख
I think there's
वो
dubious
कट मत
means.
करना. The sheer shamelessness with which he said,
Yeah, but
screw your streaming services.
Dude, but it's very possible the movie, since it's an old movie, is not available on any streaming
It's not available. That's why.
Yeah,
that's
then
why I said
then-
Torrent.
then watch it how you want it to. Yeah, Snail, what about you?
जब तक है जान.
first of all Abbas watch
Yeah.
Sky High.
Okay, yes, I
It's
will.
on Hotstar. Watch see Antariksh supports me in this you should watch Sky
Yeah, yeah.
High.
I am not denying that. I just
हाँ.
haven't found time, guys.
Don't watch Man vs. Bee. Watch Sky High. ठीक है? But
Okay.
my actual recommendation for this week would be the collaboration of Eminem and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, right.
Oh,
yes.
fab.
Bro, that
Absolutely.
song,
Yeah, animation is so well done. Yeah, and the song is-
amazing song and animation, and everything about that. So the first every line, every sentence has a reference to something. So जैसे
What thing?
बता रहा हूँ ना, वही तो
okay.
आगे.
That's how English works, by the way.
So the song is called From the D to the LBC. And they are starting with the Snoop Dogg in the studio and Eminem also at the mic, and Snoop Dogg is obviously doing the most Snoopy thing that he does, rolling a joint and smoking. And
Are you going to describe the whole video to us?
no, just the first sequence where Eminem is feeling the smoke and he's like,
Getting
yo
passive high,
Snoop.
yeah.
Should happen a long time ago.
Yeah, and then he's like, yo Snoop, is there why is there so much smoke? And to which Snoop replies ki, there's no more smoke. So it's a reference to when Snoop Dogg and Eminem had a beef, and so कहते हैं ना, there's a lot of smoke between these two guys.
Right.
तो उसमें they have, so like the intro is in itself a reference to कि now there's no more smoke between us.
Right.
So ऐसे करके the song proceeds, and it's like obviously Snoop and Eminem, both legendary musicians, rappers. I think it's one of the most amazing songs to come out lately.
Can I give my take?
Yeah.
I heard the song.
You didn't like it?
It's very average.
Bro.
But
No.
make your
It's
make
very
your own
enjoyable.
taste.
I
Guys,
agree with
don't
Snayhil.
listen
It's a
to
very good
Abbas.
song,
He
very
has
enjoyable.
not seen Sky High.
Yeah.
और जब तक है
और जब तक है जान.
Or
Don't
wheels
listen
are
to
again.
him.
Don't.
Or wheels- Why are you on this episode?
But I agree with Snayhil. It's a very enjoyable song.
बहुत amazing.
I mean the what do you call
the animation.
just the sheer real estate on that song.
Yeah,
That Snoop
bro.
Dogg and Eminem. It's worth listening, but
Like,
it's not.
it's like marriage you wanna, just like the marriage you wanna, Mary Jane, just like Spider-Man.
Okay,
Bro.
I think it's time to wrap up the episode.
Sorry, मैं थोड़ा बह गया मैं.
Oh, Antariksh, what's your recommendation?
Okay, I would like to recommend the Amazon Prime video show called The Boys. I'm
Bro,
sure
I have
someone.
to watch this, bro.
So it's
Is
in
it-
its third season right now, and I'm sure someone has
Okay.
recommended it. I'm forgetting who recommended it earlier on the show, but someone for sure did. And it's in its third season right now.
No,
the
that
last
was
episode
Venga
of the third season.
Boys. That was Venga Boys, not
Are
the
you talking about
Boys.
your own recommendation? Okay, you recommend Venga
Yeah,
Boys.
sure. Go listen to the Venga Boys.
No, Venga Boys are come.
Yeah.
No. So The Boys is a show which is basically like not funny satire, but like a more serious satire on the superhero genre. as a whole.
Superheroes.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically to do with what if superheroes existed in the real world? What kind of god complexes would they have, and how it would work in everyday life, and the organizations that would be behind these
Represent
superheroes,
them,
the
yeah,
PR
yeah.
management, and all that, etc., and what kind of atrocities would they be able to get away with because they have all the power and they are the stars of this universe? It's very cool. It's very well done. And it becomes interesting from the get-go. Within the first 15 minutes of the first episode, I would say I was hooked. And since Thursday, I started watching it since I got COVID. And since then, I have caught up to all
I
three
sense a
episodes.
pattern here.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
by Antariksh bhai की recommendations की वजह से, I have started watching The Last Dance again.
Okay.
Yes,
Michael
sir.
Jordan
Yes,
वाली
sir.
documentary, and I
So
would
cool.
just जो भी सुन रहा है, take his recommendations very seriously.
Yes.
Bhai, I am having the time of my life watching The Last Dance again.
It is the best, dude. The Last Dance is so
amazing,
well done.
amazing
What a story.
documentary.
Yeah.
Amazing, bro. Though अभी मैं
Again,
recently third episode खत्म किया हूँ.
I must re-specify, you do not absolutely need to be a fan of basketball to enjoy The Last Dance.
True. The
Yeah.
mentality,
Because I am
the
not at all.
stories,
Yeah, it is the story.
the controversies. Scotty, अभी मैं Scotty Pippen वाले
Scottie
episode पे हूँ.
Pippen, yeah.
Bro, क्या episode है यार.
Amazing.
But yeah,
Very
The Boys. So guys, Antariksh has recommended The Boys. Watch The Boys on Amazon
Yeah.
Prime
Just
Video.
watch all of our recommendations, but Abbas's. That's what Snayhil said.
No, Man vs. Bee is
Man
really
vs.
funny.
Bee is nice. Just Abbas,
When you're
you go
watching
and
Last
watch
Can't
that.
take on
When you're watching Last Dance on same Netflix, the next recommendation will be Man vs.
Man versus
Yeah, so
the B. पता नहीं
Not
Man
the
versus
B.
Wild क्यों बोल रहा हूँ बार-बार. But okay, Ranveer Singh is on it by
I
the
know,
way.
yeah.
But anyway, that's
He's on Man vs. B. Nice, yeah. Good for Ranveer.
and Saurabh's recommendation wherever you can find, watch it. And
He told you where you can find
no,
it.
we'll not repeat it, but and we'll. So this brings us to the end of this episode. I don't know whether it was that much simping over SRK, but it was. It was all about SRK, and
I highly recommend we release that clip of you describing Jab Tak Hai Jaan's plot as a short.
But
Yeah,
we will be back for the third decade of Shah Rukh, and
Who knows? We might actually get in touch with Shah Rukh Khan.
after this episode, for sure not.
Hey,
After
Snayhil, you
episode
never
one,
know. When
after
you're
episode one,
driving
Shah Rukh was
on
excited.
this-
Yeah,
this
Shah Rukh excited to
weekend
come
when
on after
Snayhil is
episode
just
one.
driving by Mannat and he just looks over.
Yeah,
and who
bro.
knows?
Yeah.
Bro.
Shah Rukh
Anyway,
is like,
so
It's okay, guys. Snail, relax. We have one episode to make up for this episode.
yeah, make up for this
Yeah.
episode, and we'll be back next week with the Simping Over SRK Part 3, and stay tuned for that. Thank you, Antariksh. I hope you get well super soon and you are back with us in the studio. Abbas, thank you for being on the episode.
my
Saurabh,
pleasure.
go
Stop
watch
being a
Dar
creep.
again, Bazigar again, and tell us how much you love it. Acha, and we'll end the episode on that one short mimicry by Saurabh. Please.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.